When someone goes missing in the Cold Lake area, it's important that they are found as soon as possible. And that is where the Cold Lake Search and Rescue Team comes into play. To prepare for the variety of situations they may face, well, they need to practice. Fraser Snowden had the chance to see exactly what they do and has this report.
Tim is autistic. He's also diabetic.
The first step when someone has gone missing is to get an idea exactly what you are dealing with. Normally, the group would be practicing skills like orientation and running exercises, but today, Timmy! They were thrown into a mock search.
Radio check over.
Team 2. We start with the command post. That's where we have the search managers are. We also have radio operators and scribes there who write down everything that we do. The remainder of the teams are broken into what we call a hasty team.
The hasty teams are the searchers and split up into groups to cover different areas surrounding where the person was last seen.
So we're spreading out nice and smooth and looking up and down and around for any signs of footprints, unusual tracks that might be there.
So it is fairly quick. We'll normally cover about a 2-kilometer swath in about an hour.
You know, maybe there's rappers around.
Tamalti says that anyone can do it, but you need to be prepared for a number of scenarios, including wildlife.
Bears, moose, deer. You have to deal with all those. We do deal with not only autistics, but we have done with hypothermic casualties, just people in general, hunters out hunting during the fall. GPS fails.
If you would like to volunteer for Cold Lake Search and Rescue, you can find them on Facebook. In Cold Lake, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
It was a surprise of Olympic proportions for some Lloydminster students. Winston Churchill Elementary played host today as Olympic luger Sam Edney had a special meet and greet with the kids. Now, the school is part of the Classroom Champions program, where athletes around North America teach kids valuable life lessons. Bart Petiasek reports.
Students at Winston Churchill School couldn't contain their excitement as they gathered for a special school-wide Skype session with Olympic athlete Sam Edney. But after a rocky start with some technical difficulty, the assembly took a turn none of the kids could have ever expected.
Well, I guess he's here!
It was funny to see them this morning where their mouths just kind of dropped open. There was even teachers this morning that saw him in the staff room and they kind of did a triple take at him. Is he really here?
Sam Edney isn't a stranger to the school. He's worked as a mentor over the last year, exchanging videos and Skyping into classrooms, teaching kids about goal setting, perseverance, and being a member of the community.
I've done so many school visits where you go in for 15, 30 an hour, and that's the amount of time that you have to try and get into that kid's mind and inspire that kid or change their lives in some way, and it's tough, and this program really gives you that full year where you're able to do that.
Edney knows a thing or two about goal setting himself. As a 3-time Olympic luger, his most recent success came at Sochi, where he placed 4th in team relay.
Every month when we're talking about perseverance or overcoming adversity, those are lessons that I'm talking to the kids about what I've done, but it's also I get to look at myself and see how I've dealt with those issues or how I've really used those certain topics in my life and in my sport.
Lessons that these students will always remember.
Really to just go for whatever you believe in and go for your dreams.
Just to treat everyone how you want to be treated and just do what you want to do.
He just taught us, like, even when you don't win, you can find, like, the positive ways to, like, still be excited and stuff.
And Edney won't be the last Olympian working with the school. According to teachers, they've been accepted for the program again next year. Bart Petiasek, Newcap News.
Farmers markets are where you go to get fresh local produce right from the farm to your plate. And the Border City Farmers Market has been providing the service in Lloydminster for 39 years now. Susan Windell's family has a greenhouse in Lavoie. Now, they have been selling their products since about 2003. And now that she's 11 years old, she's having fun taking the reins at the market, interacting with the local people looking for fresh vegetables.
Really local. It's just about an hour and a half away from here.
But the farmers market isn't only about food, it's an eclectic collection of items from many different local businesses. From nails to scented oils, you may come out with more than you expect.
It's good to know that it's here, that there is the selection in town, that you don't have to go very far to get a farmer's market type product.
It's not just a place to buy things and leave, it's more of a small community. Both customers and vendors get to know each other, get to know the products, and figure out what people are looking for.
Well, we meet new people, and it means we are finding new products here for ourselves too that I've never even heard about.
I'll tell you, there's always a huge amount of people that come simply for the free cake and coffee and visiting and everything else. So, you know, it's nice to be able to come and just share what you have in a really nice atmosphere.
And it is always friendly to those who have at-home businesses and for the children of the parents that are vendors.
I am a single stay-at-home mom, so this type of environment is perfect for that because I don't have the resources to pay for a sitter and stuff for my children.
Playing in the field house over there during the market.
Now, the Border City Farmers Market is held on Thursday at the Service Centre from 2 to 6 p.m. Well, farmers in Saskatchewan are making good progress across the province, especially in the Lloydminster area when it comes to seeding. In this week's Ag Report, Kyle Gallagher stopped by a farm near Turtleford to see how things are going.
Warm, dry weather across Saskatchewan has allowed farmers to make some big strides in the seeding process. About 64% of crop is now in the ground, which is a 22% increase from last week.
We had a shutdown for about 3 days of rain, but otherwise it was good.
Things are looking even better in the Turtleford area, where Wayne Wolf and Company have already finished seeding for the year.
We started around the 3rd of May, I guess is when we got going. That first week was pretty rough. It was pretty cold and had to make sure the sprayer was drained every night. And I don't know, it's been going pretty good. We had a good run. We didn't have a lot of breakdowns. And the weather was good up until now.
And it's not just the Wolf farm that's ahead of the game. Wayne says other producers in the region are in a similar situation.
Most guys are getting pretty close to being done. Like, I think if there was 3 or 4 days, they'd be finished up. Like, you know, it's getting winding down. I would say 80% done in this area.
Oh, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Like the weekend where I was done, I went fishing.
The crew at Wolf Farms will now get a small break before turning their attention to spraying over the coming weeks. Kyle Gallagher, Newcap News.